Yo, what is up, guys? The Notorious Fantasy back in today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got Week 14 wide receiver start or sit decisions. Now, before I get into Week 14 start or sit decisions, I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsor over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy football. Now, they allow 10 max lineups in each contest. Obviously, I typically play the progressive game, and the reason why I play the progressive game is because if you're in the top 10%, you win 9 times your buy-in. In the $2.5 game, that's $18. In the $22 game, that is $180, and in the $109 game, you hit that top 10%, you get $900. But here's the kicker. If you hit that beautiful 12-0, which you're going to be striving to get in the $22 game, which is obviously, guys, the game to play, you could hit over $9,000. By the time it is Sunday, it may be over $10,000 if you hit that beautiful 12-0 and all of the stars align. Obviously, there are other people in the contest, but it's pretty much just you versus the board. You only really have to worry about your score and the score that is going to get you to hit that cash and that top 10% money. So, obviously, guys, I'm going to show you how it works real quick so that you have a better understanding of it. You're going to be making 12 picks plus 3 alternate picks. Those alternate picks are so if someone gets hurt, then that matchup gets voided, and then you just take one of the games from your alternates. You're also going to be making it so you put them in order of how confident you are to get more points for the tiebreaker if you and someone else happens to tie. So obviously at the top, you would want to put the games you're most confident in. It's pretty much just player versus player. It is not that complicated. Who will score more fantasy points, Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins? And my favorite thing to do is stack some players. So I like to go with 2 players on the same team. You can go with Aaron Rodgers, right? I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big game, so I also am going to match him with Devontae Adams. So if they both have a big game, that's an easy 2-0 there for me. So make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. Come join me. I will be playing this week. I play every single week. It is going to be a blast. Let's go. And we are back. Make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. But let's get right into the video. Week 14 wide receiver start or sit decisions. Now, the first game here we got is the Cowboys at the Bears, the Thursday night football special. And I like a bunch of wideouts in this game. Obviously, as you guys are watching this, the game is today, and you'll have a lot better idea of how healthy Amari Cooper is. Right now, I'm a bit worried about Amari Cooper's health. Now, he has not looked all that great the last couple of games. Obviously, he got his ass clamped down by the Patriots, and then on Thanksgiving Day, he played quite well. But now he's playing up against the Chicago Bears. And the Bears do worry me because they are actually a good defense. And the fact is that Amari Cooper just hasn't looked the greatest against the best defenses, especially since he's so banged up. I do worry about him, but to me, he is still a start this week. Michael Gallup, on the other hand, is also going to be a start. Even up against the Bears defense, I still think that Dak Prescott slings the rock enough to warrant Michael Gallup being a great start this week. Allen Robinson as well. Even though Kissin Titties Trubisky has not looked all that great this year, he really has not performed all that well. His last couple of games have been super hot fire. He's actually looked pretty strong his last 3 games. So I would put my trust in Mr. Allen Robinson in this game against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to be sitting down Taylor Gabriel. Obviously, he's banged up, likely not going to play in this game, as well as Anthony Miller. Next game here, we got the Colts at the Buccaneers to start off the Sunday slate. Now, I know you might be thinking, Nick, you fucking idiot. Why are you going to start Mike Evans and Chris Godwin again after you got us fucked over last week? They played so bad. The Buccaneers are fucking terrible. Bruce Arians is a goddamn idiot. You fucker! That's what you might be thinking, but okay, guys. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they didn't have a good game. I know. I watched the fucking game. I saw the game, and I was a bit sad too. But in this game, you gotta realize when Jameis has a bad game, he just tears it up after, because Jameis Winston does what Jameis Winston wants. He's gonna throw this rock about 9,000 times against the Colts. The Colts may have a good run defense. Their pass defense is a bit suspect. So I really think that Mike Evans and Chris Godwin could go out there and have quite the game on Sunday. Now, I'm going to be sitting down T.Y. Hilton. Obviously, he's banged up. He's an old man. His back kind of hurts a little, but it is okay because you're just going to sit him down. Whether he plays or whether he does not play, I would not feel confident in starting T.Y. Hilton this week. Zach Pascal, he has just been washed up ever since having those 2 good games in a row a couple of weeks ago. Fuck Zach Pascal. Don't be starting him in your fantasy football lineup. Next game here, we got the Ravens at the Buffalo Bills, and as we know, guys, I love John Brown. Me and John Brown are best buddies because John Brown is going to lead you to your fantasy football Super Bowl. He's going to lead you to the promised land. John Brown is going to go against the Baltimore Ravens in Buffalo. It is going to be roaring. The crowd is going to be chanting. There's going to be tables broken. It is going to be buzzing in Buffalo. And John Brown is going to take the whole Ravens defense and put them in his hands and just take them and rip them the fuck apart. I love John Brown in this game. Cole Beasley's got the Cole Beasley 2 weeks in a row of great performances over what he normally performs. I think in this game, he snaps back to reality, like fucking Eminem says. He goes back to reality, and he starts playing just about okay at about 10 to 12 PPR points in this game. If that's what you want in this game, that's what you're going to do. Go ahead and play Cole Beasley. He's definitely a great flex option. Do I think he has super upside against the Baltimore Ravens defense? No. Hollywood Brown, to me, is much more of a dice roll. You see every couple of games, he goes out there and balls out of control. You see some games, like against the Rams, where he takes his dick and shoves it straight down the Rams defense and scores you 2 touchdowns, almost 3, had he not have dropped a wide open pass. But at the end of the day, he is such a big dice roll. Lamar Jackson spreads the ball around the whole fucking field, and if you do start Hollywood Brown, you have to understand that there is some danger that comes with him. Is he a good player? Yes. Is he a great player? Yes. Could he absolutely fuck your fantasy team completely? So I would start him, but you have to be a bit worried about your fantasy playoffs going out the door with Hollywood Brown. Next game here, we got the Lions at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to be starting up Kenny Golladay in this game. I know last week I kind of pivoted off of Golladay and off of Marvin Jones because I said, you know what? David Blow, probably not that good. You know what David Blow did? Fucking 2 plays into the game on Thanksgiving. He got his fucking feast because he heaved the ball to Kenny Golladay down the field, and Kenny Golladay took that shit, he caught it, and he took it straight to the fucking house. It was beautiful. It was amazing. And this week against the Vikings, I think that's going to be a lot harder, but I still have enough trust in David Blow that I will be firing up Kenny Golladay this week. Stefon Diggs, I'm a bit confused in this game. He's playing the Detroit Lions, so obviously he should be able to skull fuck that defense, and I'm going to call for a skull fucking. I think he absolutely eviscerates this Lions defense, but I am a bit worried. Nick, why are you worried, you might think? Why are you worried? This is an easy game for Kirk Cousins to be like, you like that? And throw like 3 touchdowns to Stefon Diggs. Nick, why are you worried? And I'm worried because at the end of the day, Stefon Diggs got hurt in that game. He may be a bit banged up coming into this game. And I'm just worried about Stefon Diggs because you see games where he balls out of control. You saw that 3-game stretch this year where he looked like a fucking god. And then he has games where he plays fucking awful. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to throw him in there. He's a start. I like him to skull fuck the Lions this week, but I am a bit worried. But I might be sleeping on Mr. Stefon Diggs. That was kind of stupid that I just fucking slept on the camera, but it's okay because I did these things before there was a camera and you guys couldn't even actually see it. So if you have enjoyed this video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. And we're going to keep winning this season. And then don't fucking forget about it. Because in the summer, there's going to be like 9,000 videos as well. And then we're going to win next season. So that's all this is about. We're going to be sitting down Adam Thielen. Obviously, may or may not play. As of right now, I'm recording this on Tuesday night. I am not 100% sure he's going to play or not. Does he play? Does he not? To me, no. So I'm sitting him down. Marvin Jones, on the other hand, I am not relying on David Blow enough to play Marvin Jones. But goddamn, is it? Does it feel right? It might feel right to me to play him, but I would not advise you to play him. I am very nervous about this matchup for Marvin Jones. Next game here, we got the Washington Redskins at the Green Bay Packers. We got a whole skull fucking of a whole fucking team in this game. The Redskins are going to get their ass clapped on Sunday. I'm going to be starting up Terry McLaurin in this game, though, but he's got the next to his name because I'm just not sure Terry McLaurin is going to be able to perform in this game. The Green Bay Packers defense is pretty good. Dwayne Tashcans, the trash can, is not that great of a quarterback. They don't have a good O-line. He may be on his back all game, and I'm not sure I could trust Terry McLaurin, but he is better than a lot of these other options that a lot of people are looking for, so he is going to be warranting a start this week, but temper your expectations. Davante Adams last week, I called for the fact that I thought he might have a bad game. It was snowing in New York. I live in New Jersey. Maybe you could tell fucking from behind me. The fact is that there's fucking snow everywhere back there, and the thing is, I thought the snow was going to impact him. You know what Aaron Rodgers said? He said, hold my jock strap. Fuck it, I'm going to throw like 9,000 touchdowns. Davante Adams scored 2 touchdowns, and that told you to fucking start him, but temper your expectations. There was no expectations to be tempered. He skull-fucked that Giants defense, just like I think he's going to do this Sunday. So you better believe he is going to be in your fantasy football lineup this week. I'm going to be sitting down Allen, Lazard, MVS, Geronimo Miles, and all those other sorry-ass wide receivers for the Green Bay Packers. Next game here, we got the Broncos at the Houston Texans. I like a bunch of guys in this game. Cortland Sutton and Drew Lock last week had a beautiful connection in that game. They looked great together, and obviously the Texans defense is pretty okay, so I think that Cortland Sutton and Drew Lock are going to be able to find that beautiful connection again, like Sam Darnold has with kissing girls, that will give him mono. I love Cortland Sutton in this game. Knock one time if you're with me. Obviously, last week, I told you guys that I was a bit worried about DeAndre Hopkins, and I was, to be fair. I was a bit scared about how he would perform against the New England Patriots. I thought that Stephon Gilmore was going to lay the clamps straight onto DeAndre Hopkins, and you guys saw what happened. DeAndre Hopkins got loose. Obviously, Stephon Gilmore only allowed 2 receptions for about 30-plus yards, or 20-something plus yards in that game, so he actually did clamp him down, but DeAndre Hopkins still got loose. He fucking pitched that ball to Deshaun Watson, who scored that touchdown on that play they drew up on a fucking piece of paper. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what happened. And DeAndre Hopkins played well and skull-fucked the Patriots defense. You cannot catch me again benching DeAndre Hopkins, even especially against this terrible Denver Broncos defense. Now, Will Fuller, on the other hand, last week shit the bed against the Patriots, but in this game, he is playing up against the Broncos, and I believe that the Broncos are going to allow Will Fuller to get a bit loose and a bit funky, and he is going to play quite well in this game, but he's got the because I am always worried about Will Fuller when DeAndre Hopkins has potential to ball so hard out of control. Next game here, we got the 49ers at the New Orleans Saints, a game that I believe could be pretty good, but also could be pretty shit. On the other hand, I don't know if both quarterbacks are going to play well in this game, but that does not really matter because Michael Thomas is for sure in your fucking fantasy lineup. You could go to sleep, you fucking lay down, you close your eyes, you just fucking throw him in your lineup. He is going to destroy. He is going to get so many targets, he is going to get so many opportunities to score that you have to start Michael Thomas. He could see 10 plus fucking targets in this game, and I would not be surprised. Now, Deebo Samuel, on the other hand, has been scoring touchdowns like it's his job, and it is his job. He's a fucking wide receiver in the NFL, and he's been balling out of control the last 3 weeks. I like Deebo in this game up against a tougher 49ers defense. Now, I'm going to be sitting down Emmanuel Sanders because I'm not sure that motherfucker's healthy. I'm not sure he's healthy enough to ball out of control for my fantasy team, so he's going to go ahead and ride the pine. Next game here, we got the Bengals at the Browns, an absolutely electric factory, not at all. A game that is going to be terrible, a game that you do not want on your TV, but it's okay, guys, because a lot of guys are going to perform in fantasy football this week. Obviously, I love Tyler Boyd in this game. Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, is going to be throwing fucking dimes to Tyler Boyd in this game against the Cleveland Browns. You better believe that. I like him this week. Odell, last week, shit the bed. Everyone had super high expectations about Odell, thinking he's going to be facing an easy defense, which he was, and he shit the bed. But in this game against the Cincinnati Bengals, I see an opportunity for a bounce back in this game. I think that Odell plays quite well in this game, a top 10 wide receiver this week. You better believe. I also like Jarvis Landry, all right? Jarvis Landry, even if Odell does great, Jarvis Landry could still ball out of control. And it seems like Jarvis Landry may even be the better start in Cleveland every single week. I trust Jarvis Landry a lot. Baker Mayfield has been throwing dimes to him the last couple of games, so I really am going to rely on Jarvis Landry. Now, obviously, Baker Mayfield went to throw the ball and hit it on that dude's fucking head, and his hand went fucking limp, and he got out of the game and then came back in the third quarter to start off the second half of the game. Do I think that may hurt him going forward? Yes. Am I too worried about it? No, unless it really comes up on the injury report and they make a big deal out of it. Now I'm going to be sitting down John Ross, the sauce boss. He's coming back, baby. He's likely going to play in this game, coming off the IR. After he was skull-fucking defenses at the beginning of the year, Andy Dalton would throw the fucking ball, and out of nowhere, John Ross would be 60 yards down the field, catch that shit, take it to the house, tell yo mama. John Ross played quite well, and I think that once he comes back and has like a game under his belt, I think he could be good next week. But right now, I'm going to temper my expectations on John Ross and sit him down on the bench, knock one time if you're with me. Next game here, we got the Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. Now I'm going to be starting up DJ Moore in this game. I know last week, DJ Moore looked like shit at the beginning of the game. He only had like 10 points, and then right at the end, he caught that bomb of a pass and should have scored a touchdown to get you like 26 fantasy points, which would have given you maybe a win. Might have given me a win in my legal record, but I ended up fucking losing because DJ Moore can't extend the ball fucking 1 yard, and I'm out of the playoffs in that league. But, that's nothing much to say about that. Some guys have good games, some guys have bad games. DJ Moore just an okay game, but this week against the Atlanta Falcons, I believe that he is going to whip his dick out and slap the fucking Atlanta Falcons up DJ Moore is going to ball out of control in this game, even without Riverboat Ron. In this game, I believe that DJ Moore will be able to perform. Calvin Ridley, I also like him in this game. If Julio Jones is out, I believe Calvin Ridley has potential to be a top 10 guy. If Julio Jones is in, top 20, top 15 type of game for Calvin Ridley. Julio Jones, obviously a top 10 guy if he gets given that start against the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to be sitting down Curtis Samuel. I just don't have too much confidence in him. It seems like Kyle Allen really does love DJ Moore a lot more. You know what I'm saying, boys? Dolphins at Jets. Also, there are some girls who watch these videos. Dolphins at Jets. I love Devontae Parker in this game, guys. It's simple. Devontae Parker, the last 7-8 games, has just been skull-fucking defenses. And you better believe you're going to start him up against the New York Football Jets, a Jets team that has got gassed last week. Gassed by Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket. You better believe Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to look magical out there on Sunday and eviscerate the Jets. I love Devontae Parker in this game, and that's not just because I'm a Dolphins fan, baby. Let's go, Devontae Parker. We're going to be sitting down Robbie A. and Jamison Crowder. How many times can Jamison Crowder fuck us in the ass before we learn and decide to sit him down? Last week, he fucked us in the ass. The week before, he fucked us in the ass. And we're not letting our ass get fucked another time. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. Fool me 3 times, can't fuck me in the ass again. I'm making Jamison Crowder a sit, Robbie Anderson a sit as well. But I can see both of these guys having big games, but I'm not risking it for the biscuit. Next game here, we got the Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars, a game that no one wants to watch. Gardner Minshew now at the helm after Big Dick Nick got his ass slapped. He fumbled the ball 90 times, and now he's riding the pine. In this game, Keenan Allen's a start because the fact is Keenan Allen just has so much talent that against the Jacksonville Jaguars team, I think he could expose them. So he's a start, but I'm worried about him because Phillip Rivers, Mr. 12 Kids, has not been playing all that hot. DJ Chark last week, I was singing the song. I said, Baby Shark, do, Baby Shark. Was going to skull fucking defense. You know what he did? He shit the bed. In this game against the Chargers, I think that he could easily skull fuck them, but I don't like him as much when Gardner Minshew's at the helm, so I don't trust him all that much in this game, but he's still definitely a start, still definitely a top 25 guy. I'm going to be sitting down Mike Williams and D.D. Westbrook. I don't have any confidence in Mike Williams, and D.D. Westbrook is much more of a deeper league type of play. If you're in a super deep league, I would trust D.D. Westbrook. But without Big Dick Nick, I don't trust D.D. Westbrook as much. Next game here, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the New England Deflation. In this game, I'm going to be starting up Tyreek the Freak Hill. Every fucking game this guy is in, you better believe you're starting him with Pat Mahomes, with Matt Moore. It doesn't fucking matter. It's Pat Mahomes in this game against the New England Patriots, a game that Pat Mahomes wants to win. Last year, the AFC Championship, D Ford hopped off sides and fucked them right in the ass. I think in this game, Pat Mahomes is going to be feisty. He's going to be angry. And I think also fucking Mr. Tom Brady, Mr. TB12 is going to be pissed off. He's going to be like, how the fuck did we lose to Deshaun Watson? He's going to take his anger out on this Chiefs defense, but I think Tyreek Hill performs in this game, potentially a top 5 guy, even up against Mr. Stephon Gilmore. Now, Julian Edelman, on the other hand, he's the only fucking receiver that Tom Brady wasn't yelling at on the sideline. I don't know if anyone was watching the game, but I'll be Tom Brady. He was sitting here like this, and any receiver not named Julian Edelman was sitting where my hand is, and you could just read his lips. He was like, fuck you, motherfucker. God damn it. And he was just yelling at him. And then he told Philip Dorsett, he said, who the fuck is that guy? I'll never throw on the ball to you again. That's what he said. It was unreal. He was fucking very pissed off. Actually, he might not have said that to Philip Dorsett. He may have said that to Jacoby Meyer, but I don't know who it was. He was pissed off. He was yelling at him. And in this game, he's not going to be yelling at Julian Edelman because I think he finds Julian Edelman's number multiple times in this game. And I think Julian Edelman performs quite well. I'm sitting down Sammy Watkins. Better not catch me starting Sammy Watkins ever again after that goose egg last week. Fuck you, Sammy Watkins. Don't start him. Philip Dorsett can't caught me starting him. And Mohamed Sanu. All you Mohamed Sanu truthers. I told you guys. He had one game catching bombs. He played well in fantasy for his first game. And I said, it's the AB syndrome. He's going to catch the ball great in one game and then shit the bed every other game. And you know what happens? That's exactly what happens. So you better believe I was right on that. You better believe you ain't starting Mohamed Sanu this week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, next game here, we got the Titans at the Oakland Raiders. And I'm going to be starting up A.J. Brown in this game. Ryan Tannehill is fucking on fire, super hot fire, and he loves him some A.J. Brown. And up against the Oakland Raiders, a terrible defense. I believe A.J. Brown will be in for a pretty good game this week. Definitely a great flex for your team. I'm going to be sitting down Corey Davis because everyone knows Corey Davis is a sorry-ass wide receiver, and Tyrell Williams obviously going to be a sit because Derek Carr just can't figure his shit out anymore. Next game here, we got the Steelers at the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going to be starting up two guys in this game, and it is going to be getting a bit dicey for these guys. James Washington, if Juju sits and Mr. Deontay Johnson sits, I think James Washington has a third great game in a row. He had 1, 2, this is going to be number 3 against the Arizona Cardinals. He is going to eviscerate that defense, knock one time. If you're with me, I love James White in this game. Christian Kirk, on the other hand, obviously did not have the greatest game last week. The Arizona Cardinals looked fucking terrible against the Rams, and they're playing up against a tougher defense again in the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I'm going to throw my belief in Christian Kirk in this game, and that Mr. 4-foot-tall Kyler Murray gets it done. I'm sitting down Juju, and I'm sitting down old man Larry Fitzgerald. Next game here, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Rams. Now, I'm going to be starting Tyler Lockett, but he's got the with like 9 fucking H's, because you better believe that Tyler Lockett has the opportunity to fuck you in the ass 2 weeks, or maybe this might be 3 weeks in a row. He caught like 2 points like 2 weeks ago. Last week, goose egg. This week, who fucking knows? Am I going to start him? Yeah. If I was really scared, I would be really scared to start him, though. If I had him, I don't know what I would do. I'd be so nervous to start him. We're going to figure out how healthy he is come fucking game day. He may have had the flu. He may be better this week, but I would definitely be worried about it. Cooper Kupp, on the other hand, going to be good against the Seattle Seahawks. Robert Woods balled out last week against the Arizona Cardinals. Finally, I told everyone at the beginning of the season, Robert Woods is going to be great. Robert Woods was sleeping all fucking season, and this game he arose like he was fucking hibernating and balled out against the Cardinals. I think in this game he might be able to play well against the Seattle Seahawks, and DK Metcalf, obviously, always a great flex for you, especially with Tyler Lockett banged up. I'm going to be sitting down Brandon Cooks, because out of the 3 guys, I just don't really trust him at all. Next game here, the final game, Monday Night Football, Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eli Manning makes his triumphant return to the Giants. Daniel Jones, Danny fumbles, Danny Dimes took his job, and now he's coming back this week because Daniel Jones is in that walking boot like his name is Big Ben. And in this game, he gets his comeback against the Eagles, a division rival. Do I think Eli plays well? I think Eli probably plays like shit, but I think that Sterling Shepard will be getting enough targets in this game to warrant a start, but he is not a high-end wide receiver 1, not a high-end wide receiver 2, more of a fucking flex play. If you like Sterling Shepard, go ahead and play him. I like him in this game. Now, Alshon Jeffrey last week, he bent the Miami Dolphins over and smacked them up, but the Dolphins, we fucking won, baby. We ended up beating them, but it's okay, because I think that Alshon Jeffrey actually has a big game again this week up against a terrible New York Giants defense. Now I'm sitting down Darius Slayton and Golden Tate for obvious reasons. Eli Manning, you can't trust him. Nelson Aguilar, a sit, because that motherfucker, see my hands? He doesn't have any of these, alright guys? I have hands. Nelson Aguilar has no hands. He has fucking feet for hands. Thank you guys all for watching this video. If you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Click on one of these fucking videos. A video might be over me right now. Go down there. You know, there's a fucking subscribe button. Click that shit. Check out overlaydfs.com. Link down below in the description. I love each and every single one of you guys. You guys always know that. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I will see you guys later with some more videos. Goodbye, my friends.